What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rianne Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Wednesday. Hopefully everyone is having an amazing start to their week. And if you're not, we're here to brighten your day. How are you feeling today on this lovely Tuesday afternoon?
Pretty good.
Pretty
great. Pretty
great.
Crude.
Cruel? No.
Grued.
Cruel is an actual word. Gruel.
Pretty cool. Pretty great. Pretty good.
Okay. That's
no complaints
average.
today. Really no complaints. My only complaint is that it's like a little chilly outside.
Whatever.
You know
what I mean?
It's just that time of year.
It's the same old thing
got
every
cold.
year.
Finally had to put the heat on in my apartment.
I saw a tweet that said, why does it feel like this year it's the first time it's ever getting dark early? Like, for some reason, this year, it's way more prominent.
I just think that happens every year.
Where every year you're shocked by it?
Yes, it's shocking every single year. No matter what, that weekend when you wake up and that Monday, because like the weekend you're not paying as much attention, you know, you're out, whatever, and the clocks change and you're like, oh, fuck, the clock's changed.
Yeah.
But that Monday when the sun is setting at 4:45, you're like, hold on a second.
Even earlier some days. And then when it's like still dark out when you wake up sometimes, you're like, what the shit is this? So I think every year it's the same thing. Oh, it's cold. This is the life we chose in New York.
Yeah,
this is the life we choose to lead.
Sunset tonight is 4:30 p.m.
My gosh.
Although I am excited though because they say that we're supposed to get more snow this year.
That would be nice because we
didn't get any snow last year. None. Zip.
I'll take snow over it being like absolutely frigid because I talked about this. It's warmer when it snows. Scientific fact.
I agree.
Scientifically, that is correct.
We're gonna
warmer
have,
compared to
you guys are gonna have the same argument.
We're gonna have the same argument.
I witnessed this. I'm having deja vu between the two of you, where Noah made the same face and he said, "Well,"
and
I
said,
saying warmer
"No."
Compared to what?
Scientifically, it's warmer when it snows.
It just feels warmer. It's not actually warmer, but it feels warmer.
Like, say you go outside and it's just gray and it's so cold.
And also, like sometimes it depends on the wind chill.
When the snow starts to fall.
When it's like a light snow and there's no wind, like you don't feel as cold as when it's not snowing and there's like a
you know
steady.
It's snowing right now for some reason.
Yeah, it does.
I woke up, got excited, opened my blinds, and it was sunny. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe there's some. It says rogue flurries.
Maybe we'll catch some with our tongue
going on
today.
at the moment, but I would love some snow.
So would I. I would love a little winter
I'm getting
wonderland.
my Christmas tree tomorrow.
Yay! That's
I'm
exciting.
Excited.
Oh my gosh. Everybody's in the Christmas spirit.
I know, big time. Well, Joe was like, well, we can get the tree on Wednesday, and then like we could decorate over the weekend. I was like, decorate over the weekend? I'm pulling the decorations out Wednesday morning. If we're getting the tree Wednesday night, I can't have that tree naked in my apartment for 3 to 4 days.
Right.
No, I said we're going to get that tree on Wednesday, and it's being decorated as soon as it lands.
Got to get the whole thing going.
Yes.
Got to get in the spirit.
Yes. And I just smile every time I see people getting ripped off buying their Christmas tree on the side of New York. And they are getting ripped off. I get ripped off.
You smile.
You smile when you see them getting ripped off?
It's just the moment. It's still a nice moment. They are getting ripped off, but it is a nice moment. Like you're paying.
So are you smiling about them getting the tree, or
I'm
smiling about them getting bamboozled?
I'm smiling about them getting their tree. I just wanted to throw in the detail that if you do buy your tree from a little guy on the sidewalk. Like a lot of people do in Manhattan, you are getting ripped off, and that is where I also buy my tree, because
you're willing to get ripped off because for the sake of Christmas.
Yes, and it's for the moment. People say that like there are other places you can get your trees that are cheaper. People say like Whole Foods you can get your tree, but my problem with
the new Whole Foods.
Yes, my problem with the Whole Foods trees are.
Oh, so now you have a problem with my tree.
No, I have no problem with your tree. Your tree is adorable. Did you pick a name?
No, not yet. I totally forgot about that yesterday.
Did we actually talk about this, or did we fake talk about this?
We fake talked about it. All right, little behind the scenes. We had to film something for
a potential
suitor.
Yeah, suitor.
And we had to fake talk on the podcast, and then we filmed this fake talk on the podcast. And when we were done, we were like, "Wait, that was better than the actual podcast."
We were having a good conversation.
Yeah, and Fran. First of all, we uncovered this is my first real tree.
Yes.
I've never had a real tree before in my life. We always had the same fake one.
How's it
bottle
smell?
it up. Delicious. Yeah. That's a big part of it. I noticed the smell is And so I got my first real tree. Even though it's mini, it's still super freaking cute. And then Fran told me that sometimes people name their tree,
Yeah.
but we had a long day yesterday. We were here from 8 to 8.
did. Yeah.
And so I didn't get a chance to talk about naming the tree, but now that we're sitting here, Ruth,
Oh, cute. It's a girl tree?
I just decided.
Yeah, I mean, you get to pick.
Yeah, Ruth.
Yeah. I like Ruth. Ruth's adorable.
It just came to me right now.
Yeah.
And I think
Ruth is so cute.
Ruthie.
Kind of sounds like Wreath, but like
Ruth.
but fat, you know.
yeah,
like
but woman name, girl name.
Little Ruthie the tree.
Yeah. Oh, look at little Ruthie in
Yeah.
the corner.
That's cute. I like Ruthie because I was telling you that last year, two of my friends got a ridiculously large tree, or what? Last year or 2 years ago. Either way, they got a ridiculously large tree, like too big. It took up their entire apartment. But they named it Augustus, and it was a great tree name.
That takes up a lot of space.
Yes,
Augustus.
it was a girth tree for sure. So it was
Really
like a
girthy.
round, really like
really
round.
girthy. Yeah.
One year, my dad, sometimes we would get the funniest trees because goes back to that conversation where you like feel bad for
The other
objects.
trees. Mm-hmm.
Like this is not, the tree's been cut.
Right.
The tree is.
The source of oxygen
The
has
tree
been.
has been cut. But there's one year he came home and we were like, he got 2 trees. And we were like, why'd you get 2 trees? And he was like, because. He's like, just wait till you look at them. And one of them was so short and fat. Like it was a ball.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a giant ball.
Yeah.
And one was tall and skinny and like had no little bristle. What are they called? Why am I spacing on the word that's on
Leaves.
Christmas? Leaves? Little thimbles. No. All right. One of you friggin' tell me what the word is.
What are you looking for? I don't even
A
know
Christmas
what you're thinking.
tree.
What's the
Bristles? Are they called bristles? That didn't sound right when it came out of my mouth.
Or Bristol. Bristles. Bristles on a Christmas tree.
Yep. That really
End of the year, guys. End of the
Let
year.
me tell you something. It did not, when the word came out of my mouth, it did not sound right. Needles. Sarah, thank you. That needles is the word I was looking for. Ding, ding, needles. That was the word I was looking for.
Yep.
It had no needles.
It had no needles. Naked.
It was naked. And that's just how you feel. But
What's your
the
problem with the
Whole
Whole Foods
Foods
trees?
Okay, the Whole Foods tree, we probably get like I'm measuring it. We probably get like a 5.5 foot tree, like 6 foot tree.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones at Whole Foods, they have wrapped in the plastic already.
So you can't
In
see
the netting.
what it looks
so
like.
you can't see what it looks like.
Right.
But the guys that rip you off on the sidewalk, they'll pull the tree out.
They
They'll
show
give it
you,
a spin. You can really
So are they really ripping you off? They're
you
giving
can
you
really
a show.
inspect it.
They are giving you a show.
No, they are still ripping you off. But you can negotiate. You can negotiate with those guys.
Yeah, I saw on
Because it's like sometimes they're like, last time we went, the guy was like, that tree's $180. We were like, what?
I saw on TikTok somebody got a tree from Costco.
Oh.
And it was wrapped, but it was the fluffiest damn tree I've ever seen. And that's what they wrote. They were like, this is the fluffiest,
Wow.
fullest tree I have ever
I
seen.
maybe just have to give Whole Foods a try.
And I thought, holy smokes, that is the fluffiest tree I've ever seen.
Yeah, because it's tough when you live in New York City, and you don't have a car. I'm sure people in New York City who do have a car, like maybe they drive somewhere to pick up a tree or they do something else. There are like tree delivery places, but obviously that's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But
And it kind of takes the thrill.
yeah, there's and I like, and we've talked about it. Like we go get the tree. Joe carries it home.
We're gonna go put up the tree.
Put up the tree. The amount of times we've said the word tree.
I know.
in the last
Well, you mentioned
5 minutes.
You mentioned people having cars, and I'd like to talk about something that happened to me.
Yes. Chicks in the Office is brought to you by Body Armor Light, a natural, low-calorie, low-sugar hydration drink. Whether you're looking to stay hydrated or recovering from a long weekend, Body Armor Light has you covered. It's real hydration, real ingredients, packed with electrolytes, vitamins, and nothing artificial. Body Armor Light has great tasting flavors like peach mango and dragon fruit berry. This is the peach mango flavor in my hand. They are all delicious. We always have them in the office. We also always have our Body Armor water in the office. making sure we are staying hydrated. We're in that holiday season. You got to make sure you're staying hydrated. There's a lot of activities, a lot of plans. Have your Body Armor Light. You can get it sent right to you. Body Armor Light is available in stores nationwide, but you can head on over now to the Body Armor store on Amazon and get yours today. So that's super easy. You can go right to Amazon, search the Body Armor store. You can get your Body Armor Light, Body Armor Waters, whichever you prefer, and you can get them sent right to your door. Body Armor Light.
My car was broken into.
Yeah.
Politely.
They just looked around.
They just
and didn't like what they saw.
They didn't, and I was a little bit offended. They didn't take a thing. No, my car was.
They did not like what they
didn't.
saw
It was
in there.
Pretty polite. Yeah, my car was broken into, and I didn't initially see like the initial figuring out that it was broken into. Marty was going to move. Okay, so back it up a little bit.
Yeah,
we always park on the same street. There were no spots on this street. So he parked on a different street that is still very close, like
around the corner.
Yeah, around the corner.
Yeah.
It's not like any crazy difference.
Yeah.
Never parked on this street before. Boom, car gets broken into. Now my car was locked. We always lock the car. It's never, not even a question. Boom, boom. It's a habit. They took everything out of my console, emptied it out of my car.
Like, did they?
I had shit in my console. Like, I got a parking.
Did they take stuff out of the console and then just leave it, like all over the seats?
They
and
just
stuff?
left it on the seats.
Wow.
So they emptied out my consoles, I guess, to see if there were things inside.
Right. They were like,
cash.
we will not be paying this parking.
Yeah, like there were like 3 parking. They were like, this parking ticket, we don't know. We don't want this.
Yep.
I had a nice pair of boots in there. They left. They were really cute. So
maybe
their loss.
Didn't like them.
I guess they didn't like the
like
color
'em.
burgundy, but I got them.
Those ones?
Yeah.
Those are cute.
Those are cute, right?
Wow, they didn't have anyone.
No, I guess
they didn't want to take them.
No gifts for Christmas
themselves
this year.
or for others.
Right. Like you could probably get a couple $100 off that. Nothing.
Oh man.
And like if you're,
I mean, I wonder if they tried.
It's just it's a cash thing. It's like you look for cash. I think,
or that's true. Maybe like people accidentally leave their wallets or something.
Right. That's what my dad said. He was like, well, because I was like, what? I don't know. What would I have left in there really? And my dad was like, well, people sometimes leave their
wallets
keys or wallets or whatever.
Yep.
If you're a girl who has a car, then sometimes you throw your bra in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple shirts back. So I had a couple bras in my back seat, and so it's just a little violating. You know what I mean? Knowing that somebody went through all your stuff.
Yeah.
And then when I was talking to my parents about it this morning, my mom made me nervous because she was like, well, was your registrations in your car? Like now they know our address, all this stuff, which started making me really nervous.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, did you have anything else in there? And I was like, oh, I got a parking ticket. So then I had to explain I got a parking ticket.
Yeah.
As if I'm still going to get in trouble. I'm not. But, you still have that fear with your parents. I'm like,
did you see my eye go?
No, I didn't.
Oh, my gosh.
The way that you pointed just gave me a fright.
No, it felt like a vicious twitch that you could have noticed.
No, not at all.
I'm having an eye twitching issue.
I'm so sorry.
I know. My left eye won't stop twitching. Anyway, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Were your parents upset about the parking ticket?
No. They really didn't ask questions about that. Yeah. Because it's like, I'm 26 now.
Parking ticket's just also like a way of life,
whatever.
It's just sometimes you park in the wrong spot.
And that happens. And also, this is not the first time in the past month that something has happened with my car. So I would say maybe about a month ago now. It's probably within the month.
Do you lease your car?
Yeah, it's a lease. It's actually up in July.
I was going to say, is that coming up? You've had this one for a while.
Yeah, it's up in July. I'm excited.
Exciting.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm going to stay probably in the Mercedes family, but we'll see. I might go truck this time.
No.
Why?
No.
Not like a big truck, like the cute.
A G-Wagon?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I yelled at you like that, but
No, I couldn't let you drive around a G-Wagon.
No, I don't like G-Wagons. That sounds like so
No, I mean it's fair.
Here's why.
I mean I'm being snobby about it. I think the G-Wagon is the most obnoxious car there is.
I think it's obnoxious, and here's my other thing: safety.
Yeah.
It's a big box.
Yes. Yep.
If you get hit in a G-Wagon, my fear is that you just get tipped over. Yep. That's a big fear of mine, and that's the same thing I feel with Jeeps and stuff too.
You mean more like an SUV?
Yeah, SUV. Sorry, I didn't mean. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm not so familiar with the terms.
Yeah. Because you have a beautiful sedan right now.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm really looking to get an SUV, not a
I got
truck.
you. Yep.
Something just cute.
Yep.
But I also, by the way, I don't want to be like, oh my God, ew, G-Wagon. They're obviously beautiful. It's the safety thing.
I'll say it.
Also for Jeeps, like the Jeep Wrangler.
Yep.
Freaks me out because it's a box.
Yeah.
Boxy cars.
We have a Wrangler.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same with the Broncos.
Boxy cars
you see
scare
those
me.
videos of like test crashes and stuff. I forget, somebody sent me one. Maybe my family was talking about it. There was like some test safety video on Twitter of like projected of what would happen, like, just cars like driving into a wall basically, and like what would happen.
Yeah.
That Bronco was squished.
Yeah, that really freaks me out.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for a car that will provide me enough safety.
Comfort and safety.
Comfort and safety.
Yep.
And so everything was fine, by the way. Just want to clear that up. Nothing was broken.
Taken.
Nothing was taken. They were really polite. There was
Right.
no
They didn't like
cash.
break a window.
No.
Which is
magic.
How do they get in
How
there?
do they get in? They know these days. People, they just know how to get into cars these days.
I
I guess. But that was just upsetting this morning because it's just if anybody has had anything broken into, you just feel like a little bit violated that a stranger has gone through your stuff.
Yep.
And you also are just like, it's your car. You throw things in there. You're like, I don't know what's in here.
Yeah, weirdly,
Whatever.
like especially too, like if they like touched your bras.
Right. Like exactly. Like those gotta go.
Yeah.
I don't know if they did.
Yeah, but just the idea.
It's just the idea. It's the idea of them looking around, touching around, them touching my boots that they didn't want.
I just had a vision of like
strangers feel to look at my bra. Oh, these aren't big enough. We're gonna put these.
Strangers playing dress up with the clothes in the back of your car.
There's a Skims bodysuit.
Yeah,
They were probably like, was there a baby back here? Those Skims bodysuits are so small.
They are so small. They are so small.
They like testing out the boots. Too uncomfortable.
Walking the streets of Jersey, just. All right. Well, no. In all seriousness, thank
fine.
God that
I like
is
to make
the
it-
level of what it was
right.
that happened. Like that it wasn't worse.
Could have been way worse. I like to make a joke
yes.
out of these things, but
yeah.
a month ago,
That's life.
yeah, that's life. I've been saying that.
You have been often.
That's life. Because whatever, you know what I mean.
That's life.
It's life.
That's what the people say.
That's life. And I keep saying a month ago, and I'm not getting to the story. A month ago, Marty took my car to the basketball. He had a basketball game. There's a basketball team here at Barstool. He had a basketball game on a Wednesday night. He took the car to go to the basketball game.
Yep.
He parked the car in a metered parking spot.
Okay.
Paid the meter. It was in a metered parking
In New York.
In New York City.
Okay.
So where my car got broken into was Jersey City. That's where I live.
Yeah.
This was in New York City. Metered parking, paid it, whatever. Comes out of the basketball game, and my car is not in the spot. It's just not there.
I forgot about this story.
Okay. He calls me. He's just like, your car is not here. Like,
It's gone.
He's like, I swear to God, I paid the meter. Like, it's not like I promise you I didn't do anything wrong.
It's like, I know that I put money in that meter
And
where it should not have been towed because of that.
Exactly. And there was no signs about like towing. Like, it just was fine. He sees a truck like down the block, and he asks them, like, have you seen this car?
Yeah. A tow truck?
Like, I think it was a tow truck.
Okay,
I wasn't there, so who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? And the tow truck is like, yeah, we moved it. We just needed that spot, so we just moved it around the block. What? No ticket, nothing. They didn't put it in the they didn't take it and drop it off. They just moved it to a different spot around the block. They just picked my car up and just decided they needed the spot and moved it around the block.
That's crazy.
Unheard of.
How, like...
And now if my
how were you
parents
supposed
listen
to
to
find the
this,
car?
they're going to be really upset that I didn't tell them. I didn't tell them that story.
Well, you know...
But it was safe, so I didn't feel like I had to worry.
A month has passed,
them. A month
you
has
said
passed,
multiple times.
and the car is safe, so I felt like I did not have to worry them with this. But that's crazy.
Sometimes I just have so many follow-up questions.
Trust me, I have a ton.
It's
what
like,
if that tow truck wasn't?
Was it a tow truck? Were they like street cleaning?
Yeah, like they just needed to move. They were like, we just needed that spot, so we just moved it to a different spot.
But it's like, were they looking for a guy wandering the streets, looking for his car?
I just feel like he didn't ask enough questions.
Yeah. They never do. Guys just don't. Do not have the need for detail the way us ladies do.
I think it was just like, oh, the car's there. Cool. Yeah. Thank God. I think it was just a relief that my car was found.
Truly. And it's like, it's just that classic scenario where a guy's telling a story and you're like, okay, I have 50 follow-up questions and they just don't have the answers.
There's just no answers.
They're like, oh, I didn't think to ask that.
So did you scream at this guy and say, why the fuck did you move the car?
Why did you move the car?
Yeah. What?
Were you gonna tell me?
Move the car? He was like, I just was glad.
We're gonna leave a note on one of the other one of the other cars around.
Yeah. He was like, I was just glad that I found the car, which I can understand in that instance where you're like, oh my God, where is this car? How am I going to tell her that this car is gone?
Yeah.
So thank God.
God.
Yeah. And this car has brought me nothing but great things. But this past month, it's been a little tricky with this car. Being picked up, thrown around, tossed in, breaking in.
Yeah. It's having a tough month.
It's having a tough month.
Does your car have a name?
I was just going to say, my car doesn't have a name.
Interesting. There's so many things that you could be naming that you haven't named.
Yeah. Should we name it right now?
I don't know.
You got any suggestions?
I've only been in it one time, I think. So. Or not multiple
Not true.
times.
You've been in it multiple times.
What kind of name are we thinking? Like a
boy.
Like a masculine name?
It's like not super masculine.
Yeah.
My first thought was Samuel, but that feels lame.
What about Jesse?
No, one of my best friends' name is Jesse.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Franklin?
Old man name?
No, my dog has an old man named Norman.
That is true.
It's actually old man. Does it start with an M?
Peter?
Peter?
Peter the car.
It could be like Hoppin' Pete.
Yo, did you make sure you locked Pete today?
PETA.
Peter.
I kind of like Peter.
We should name it Peter, and then when we go back to our desk, let's just start talking about my car.
I can't believe Peter got broken into.
Let's just start talking about Peter and see how he reacts.
Yeah. Like, what are you
Who the fuck is Peter? That was like when I was texting you about Love Island last week.
Yes.
When I watched Love Island games, and I texted Marty by accident, and I was like, Johnny is the horniest guy on earth, and he was like, what? And I was like, I'm watching Love Island.
That was for Fred. Sorry.
He was like, I thought you were just like talking about some guy Johnny that you know. That you were like saying he's like the horniest guy. I was like, it's just Love Island. Oh man, Petey. No, it's not Petey.
No, you can't go Peter. I mean Petey. You got to go Peter or Pete.
Pete. Pete's been through a lot this month.
Pete has been through a lot, which I think gives him the right to be called Pete.
Yeah, Pete. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Pete. And then Pete will get traded in July.
Yeah.
We got a little less than a year left with Pete.
Peter Jr.
Peter Jr., yeah. Maybe it'll be a woman, though. Like, I picture her to have, like, big eyelashes.
Petunia?
Yeah. But just P names.
Yeah, just P names.
Peter and Petunia.
Yeah.
I don't know why this car being named Peter is like taking me out. Like, I just don't like it because it's just so not a Peter.
No, but that's why it fits.
No, exactly.
You know, sometimes you just got to go so opposite that it's just like
right. That's why I named Norman.
Yeah,
because it was like a mini dachshund named Norman.
Yep.
It felt right, but it also felt wrong at the same time.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right.
Ooh, some good giggles.
Yeah, it's good giggles. All right, enough about Peter.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Simon.
Oh, Simon actually would be a good.
Yeah. But
name.
now
you can't name your car after
our special our special guest for New York City.
Special guest.
Yep.
Announcement.
Ding ding. And you say
That was like a really pathetic announcement. I went, announcement,
ding ding. Then say announcement again.
announcement,
Ding ding.
announcement.
Announcements. I feel like we're broken.
No, sometimes that's because we are.
People still are on the edge of their seat about who this is.
Yeah.
You still haven't said the last name.
Yeah, yes. Simon Huck.
No.
I know you wanted me to do the announcement again, but, the people have been waiting a good 30 seconds now at least. Announcement.
Ding ding.
Simon Huck
is our
special guest
New York City guest
for our New York City show.
This is like,
I thought you were going to keep going with me.
no, I was gonna, but my laughter's getting over because this is like two girls who are just testing out having a podcast.
Yeah.
This is our first time.
Yep.
And it's been good.
What would you name your car?
Man, they just give anyone a podcast these days. Those are what people say on TikTok when we post clips on TikTok. They're like, man, they'll just give anybody a podcast these days.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Anyways,
Try being in the biz for 5+ years.
Yeah, man, 7 years. 7 years. Yep. All right. Anyways,
Sometimes you just have a day like today.
and you just got to soak it in.
It's the end of the year. I'm already thinking about 2024.
Right. I mean, 2024 is going to be such an exciting year.
It is. There's just so much. I'm like, and even, let me tell you something, even the celebrities, they don't give a fuck what's going on now at the end of the year. Unless something crazy happens in the next few weeks, we are in a dry spell.
We are in a dry spell.
Of big things happening.
And we
Taylor
are thirsty.
and Travis, literally, how much more could we talk about Taylor and Travis? I love them so much, but they're having a good time. That's all there's left to say right now.
Should we? First
We'll
of
go
all,
back.
Let's
We'll
clarify.
go
I got
back.
two things to clarify.
Simon Huck is our guest.
Simon Huck is our New York
We're
City
very
guest.
excited
and we are
about
so
that. Yes.
excited. It's going to be so much fun. We love
Yep.
Simon, and we're going to have such a blast with him on stage. Reminder to bring your signs for the New York City show next week.
Yes.
That is a huge
We do
reminder.
have some tickets on sale still if you would like to attend and see this
live. You can get. What would you
Yep.
name your car?
Maybe
Live.
we'll even throw up a picture of Ria's Christmas tree up on that
Roof.
big screen. Everyone can throw out some names. Although she's Ruth, we already decided.
Yeah, we have to name yours, but you haven't gotten it yet, so we'll
I haven't
see.
gotten mine.
The holiday shows are so fun, though.
The holiday shows
they
are
are.
a lot of
Very
fun.
festive, and I
it's
feel like
festive. It's fun. It's exciting. The energy's there.
This theater is gonna feel extra festive, just because it's like a theater, and Christmas time. It's
gonna be our-
Broadway.
Our
Yeah.
biggest show yet.
Are we technically on Broadway? Is Town Hall?
No.
I feel like it's in that area.
It is, but I don't think it is technically
Damn.
Broadway.
Well, I guess Caroline's was or no?
Yeah, Caroline's was.
Oh.
Yeah. So we got. that
Maybe
to
I'll
look
get a
forward to.
couple
Surprises.
Rockettes.
Maybe.
And by that I mean me and you.
me and you, babe, and maybe a Santa
Yeah.
and some other exciting things.
yeah.
Let's throw this out there. If we have any crossover, which I'm not sure we do, if anybody can get the message to the Bussin' with the Boys guys.
You're going to put that out the public plea? This is like,
It's big.
is
but
this embarrassing for us? People will be like, just ask them.
It's more like
This is how much we want it.
it's just like, hey, if they see the demand is there,
Yeah.
they might come to us.
Yeah. Trying to make it sound like we're not begging them to come on our show. They may actually. Us talking about this right now may have them say, we will come on your show, and we'll be like, oh my God, thanks for asking.
It will make it seem like it was their idea. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Bussin' in the office.
Yeah. We've been workshopping that name for quite some time, and clearly it's genius.
We think it would be fun.
Wait, where did this come from?
Bussin' in the office.
Bussin'.
No, just this whole bus.
No, Rhea and I have been whispering about it for a little while now.
We have. We've been like, we
I think
need
that'd
to
be a great
collab.
pod.
I think it would be great.
It would too.
And it's because, Dick's in the Office, it's been years. We haven't
we have
done
not
a
done
Dick's in
it.
the Office segment. And then we were like,
Caleb ruined it for a long time.
Caleb did ruin Dicks in the Office.
Caleb ruined it for a long time. We've been afraid to bring it back. And honestly, like, love Roan. Roan could definitely come back. Caleb, I don't know. But Will and Taylor could be the ones to revive it.
And it mainly stemmed from Will buying our Lewis Lit Christmas sweater the other day. And also, if you
We're fans.
Yeah, if you follow along with the Barstool drama, there was a little golf drama that went on between Will and Taylor and Riggs and the whole thing.
Hey, we hate Trent just as much as you will.
And we said, bussin' in the office and we talk golf.
Yep.
Chicks in the office, bussin' with the boys and we talk golf.
Yep. I watch golf sometimes.
Groundbreaking.
I watch that Netflix series.
Full swing. We could talk all about it.
It's got plenty to chat about.
Merch, maybe.
Yeah.
Bussin' in the office, merch collab.
Bussin' in the office.
There is many things that could be done.
Yeah.
There could be.
Bussin' with the chicks and boys or something? I'm trying to think of other names. Nah.
We just like bussin' in the office.
Bussin' in the office is really...
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
So...
If we go on their show, we'd have to come up with something else.
Yeah, bussin'
But,
with the
you know,
chicks.
don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, no, we're not going to get crazy. Like, we don't know if they're going to invite us on their show.
Yeah, exactly.
But just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
So if it reaches them and they're interested, maybe next time they're in New York.
Yeah.
So thanks for buying the Lewis Lit sweater. Will,
Yes.
we really appreciate that.
Yes.
All right. Should we get into the topics?
Yep.
All right.
I will just jump on to like what I was saying. Like, it's slow, guys. It just is. It's just that time of year. The people are busy. We're busy. The people are busy. The celebs are busy.
The celebs are mostly busy.
And this is when entertainment news is really trying. And they're pulling teeth a little bit to try and like get entertainment stories where like you might see a crazy headline, but then you click the article and read it and it's like, oh, there's nothing.
Right. They fake that.
Fake out.
Ooh.
Fake out. Like, it's like, oh my God, this person said this on their show or this person said this in an interview. But it like, the quote is really like, I don't want to talk about that. So it's like, oh, okay. I mean, yeah, I guess that's a quote, but not giving us much to work with.
Yeah. It's fake.
Yeah.
Fake.
So that's just kind of where we're at.
Yeah, so
right
let's
now.
get into the groundbreaking topics for today. Jennifer Lawrence interviewed Kylie Jenner.
Yeah.
That was fun. I wish it was on video.
Yeah. Should we act out the interview?
Yes! That is such a good idea. Okay, so we're going to act out because it's not on video.
No, it's not.
We are going to act out the
Can I
Kylie
be Jennifer
Jenner.
Lawrence?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
I think you feel like more of a Kylie to me.
Okay. No,
Like
that's fine.
I bring
I'll take on the role.
the Jennifer Lawrence super fan energy, you know?
Okay, yeah.
Like Jennifer Lawrence did this
Right.
interview because she's obsessed with
Okay.
the Kardashians.
I think we can nail it as
Okay.
our parts.
Yeah, I think so too.
So we're going to do a reenactment of the Kylie Jenner and Jennifer Lawrence interview. So don't worry that there was no video that went along with that. We will be acting
Yeah,
it
you
out.
can pretend that it's us.
Yes. Kathy Hilton talks about Kyle and Mauricio's potential
Split.
divorce. And Harry Jowsey gifted Rylee Arnold a $15,000 Van Cleef bracelet after their departure from Dancing with the
Yeah.
Stars. So let's get into the topics.
I didn't talk about Dancing with the
we
Stars.
will talk about it then, though, when we get to that topic.
Well, now it's like too late, right? I mean, by the time everybody listens to this, another person's been eliminated, but that's okay.
It's okay. We'll still talk about
Yeah.
it. But we'll start off with our little interview.
Okay.
Rent app is teaming up with Barstool HQ to give one of our producers a free month of rent. Tune in to New York City's office-wide campaign led by Kelly Keeks on Barstool Radio for all talent to pitch why their producer deserves free rent. Paying rent is something we all have to do, and let's be honest, it can sometimes be a bit of a hassle. What if there was a way to make it all easier, more straightforward, and even beneficial for your financial future? Introducing Rent App, the ultimate tool for renters everywhere. Rent App takes the hassle out of paying rent by depositing your payments directly into your landlord's bank account. No more trips to the ATM, no more mailing checks, and no more managing balances in multiple apps. And get this, there are no fees and no weekly limits. Rent App is completely free for you to use. No need for your landlord to create an account. It's completely free for them too. But the benefits don't stop there. Rent App is also about helping you build a brighter financial future by optionally reporting your on-time rent payments to the 3 major credit bureaus. Rent App brings you one step closer to home ownership and helps boost your credit score. So why wait? Head to rent.app/Barstool for $50 off your first rent payment and download Rent App in the App Store today.
Hello, my name is Francesca Mariano, and I will be playing the role of Jennifer Lawrence.
Hi, my name is Maria Chiffo, and I will be playing the role of Kylie Jenner. Bear with us if we're not exactly perfect right away.
Yeah, I'm reading some. Okay, ready? Noah, can I get a
Action.
Hey, my angel baby,
Hi.
my firstborn. How are you?
I miss you. Thank you for doing this. This makes my life.
It made my life. I've never said yes to something faster.
No, seriously. And the fact that we miss each other in Paris.
I know, it's a crime. Okay, I'll jump right into it. And if you don't like a question, just say no and I'll never forgive you.
Perfect.
Does anyone or anything inspire you?
I'm like really. My mom inspires me. My family inspires me. And I'm trying to think of what else.
Do you ever take notes?
I make notes if I'm getting inspiration. I'm online a lot. And the haters fuel me.
That's so Kim of you.
Yeah.
Okay, little mogul. What is the best hire you've ever made?
Probably my dog nanny, since I have 7 dogs.
Why 7?
Because they kept multiplying. One of them had children and I had to keep the family together.
You're just like your mom. You have litters. I've been watching the show since I was, not to date myself, 14. So I would say I know everything about your family.
Stop. That must have been season 1. I was 9. Do you remember me on the stripper pole?
Of course I remember you on the stripper pole with your little, what were they? Yorkies?
I don't remember.
Well, they were little dogs and they used to bark while you were on the stripper pole.
Probably my chihuahua. That's so funny.
But what strikes me is that you guys are arguably the closest family in the world for emotional reasons, and then also a lot of very good multi-million-dollar reasons. I think it's wonderful, but I can also imagine that it's really hard. Like in the latest episode with Kim and Courtney, in a normal family, you'd be like, okay, we don't really see eye to eye on anything, and it's causing us both stress. I love you. I'll see you at Christmas. But you guys can't ever do that. You can't really ever take space. What is that like?
We can't really take space because we work together. But at the end of the day, we are all obsessed with each other and would probably choose each other as friends if we weren't family.
You think Courtney would?
I do.
Okay, we agree to disagree.
It's hard to find people that understand your life. It's such a rare thing that we're all going through in this business and with fame. So to have each other to lean on has been really important and the reason why I've been able to stay humble.
I mean, the other edge of this sword is really painful and hard, like having to battle paparazzi from such a young age, which is something that for me, as a 30-year-old woman, is hard. You're being followed and you never had a choice. You were born into it. But I wonder if, in not needing to struggle so much, you didn't have to have this hunger and this desperation. Sometimes when I work with actors, the ones that struggled the most before are the biggest nightmares. I won't say it came easy because I'm sure being accepted into the fashion world and having to deal with the power of your influence mixed with people going, well, you're this and you're only this was difficult.
Yeah, it's a challenge breaking through that, but I've had such an amazing platform and I choose to put in the work. I could have been handed the same gift and decided not to do anything with it, but I took advantage of this amazing opportunity. But with the paparazzi, it's been really hard. I've had some horror stories.
Would you like to tell them?
Just like when I was 16 and these 50-year-old men were saying, hi, little slut, and
Oh my God.
trying to shoot up my skirt and jumping out of the bushes, scaring me, blocking my car. It was actually worse when I was younger, but I don't really know what it would be like to grow up not in the spotlight. And that's helped me because I have nothing to refer back to.
Yeah, you just got to develop in a loving family surrounded by people who are going through the exact same thing. Maybe that's why you're so sweet.
Thank you.
Which of your sisters is closest to Stormy?
Chloe.
Well, Chloe's everybody's mother. I want her to be my son's mother.
She's everyone's second mother. She was my second mother. So to see Stormy have that same relationship with Chloe, it warms my heart every time.
When you guys were pregnant at the same time, I cried.
I know, we never saw that coming. You can't make this shit up.
Did you like being pregnant?
I really did.
Now that I'm far away from it, I really liked it too. I had an easy pregnancy.
The second one took me out, but you either love it or you don't.
Yeah, but you and Kendall are so different. You and me are Leos. We're happy, excited golden retrievers. And Kendall, of course, is a Scorpio like our mother, Chris.
Yes. It's just so much longer.
It's so much longer than I thought. Okay. What are the differences that bring you guys closer, and what are the differences that are more difficult to navigate?
Her bonding with Stormy has brought us closer. We both have this strong presence and personality, but that's not a bad thing.
And you guys aren't really ever vying for the same thing?
We're so different between our style and our personality.
Yeah, walk me through a normal morning for you. What is the first hour of you waking up at home?
Coffee immediately.
How do you get your coffee? Do you go downstairs and get it? Does somebody bring it to you?
I love these questions. I get my coffee from Kings Road Cafe.
You walk to Kings Road?
No. Of course not.
So it's waiting in your kitchen, or it's waiting outside your bedroom door?
It's waiting in my kitchen.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sometimes if I've had a long night, my coffee will appear next to my bed.
Oh, bless that person.
It's usually one of my kids bringing it in though.
Oh, that's really cute. How do you take your coffee?
I love a vanilla almond milk.
Okay, then I do too. Megan, make a note.
Yep.
I thought that Megan was on the Zoom. Megan is my assistant, but I realized that I'm Megan.
Oh my God. So it's coffee, kids. I'm either taking Stormy to school or rushing to work somewhere or making pancakes. My kids love my pancakes. Mommy's potatoes is what they call it.
That's so cute. What do you tell them Mommy does for work?
Mommy makes makeup.
Oh, wow. Mommy does make makeup.
Stormy was playing with my makeup yesterday. She loves putting on a red lip every once in a while.
Hell yeah.
Just around the house, obviously. And I like to always show her my names on the lipstick. I'm like, this is Mommy's lipstick. Your mom's really cool.
She sure is.
My son is too young to know what's going on, but I told Stormy that Mommy makes clothes now. I have my Kai collection coming out, and I made her all mini versions of all the pieces from our first drop. I like her to be involved in everything that I do, and I'm always doing special things for her.
Oh, that's so fun, and what a great way to show her that you love what you do. This might be too invasive of a question, but I'm curious how your kids react to security. I didn't have that much security before I had a kid, but once I had one, with my intrusive thoughts and anxiety, I wanted us to have security around all the time.
Yeah, I had the same experience. I was young when I got pregnant, but I never had security until I got pregnant. I have 2 security in rotation for them, and they have been with me for 5+ years. She's very familiar with them, which I feel comfortable with. She actually has a lot of love for them. I just tell my security to not make it so serious so they have a good relationship. I'm trying to figure it out too because I never had security growing up, so I don't know what that's like. But I try to make it as normal and friendly as possible.
Yeah, friendly is nice because before I hired them, in my mind, I was like, I want them to be invisible. I don't want my kids to see you or know you. And then once they start working for you, it's like, well, wait, this person is in our life. He's helping us. That's not really a good lesson to ignore the person that's helping us. It's probably better to say good morning to Sean. Hi, how are you? We've incorporated them more in our lives, which surprised me. That wasn't how I planned it.
Yeah, and as your son gets older, he's going to have a bigger personality. He's going to end up just doing what he wants.
Yeah, he'd be like, who's that guy following us? Back to business. Since you are arguably one of the most successful businesswomen who's ever lived, when you brought contouring lips into the mainstream, was that something that you learned from a makeup artist, or were you doing that technique yourself?
I think it started because I just wanted big, fat, juicy lips, and I just wanted that illusion that I had fuller lips. But no one taught me. When I started doing that, I wasn't really working with makeup artists and stuff.
Wow, that's really, really cool. And I also think it's incredible what makeup can do because I work with Hung, who overlines the lip, and I call him a plastic surgeon because everybody in the last few months since I've been working with him is convinced that I had eye surgery.
Stop.
I'm like, I didn't have eye surgery. I'm doing makeup.
Oh my God. You know, you've been looking amazing. Have you always worked with him?
Well, apparently, I've had full plastic surgery.
No, I've been seeing the picture. It doesn't look like that.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, it is amazing what makeup can do.
Yeah, I feel sorry for men. They're kind of stuck with what they have.
I did end up getting lip fillers, but it's also the same with me. I'll see before and after photos when I'm 12 years old versus 26 and my eyebrows are filled differently. I have contour on. I'm like, how can you compare my 12-year-old face and say I've gotten my jaw shaved and eyelids removed? I'm like, what are we talking about?
I have the same thing. I started at 19, so I get the before and after pictures from when I'm 19 to 30. And I'm like, I grew up. I lost baby weight in my face, and my face changed because I'm aging. Everybody thought I had a nose job, and I'm like, I've had the exact same nose. My cheeks got smaller. Thank you for bringing it up. What was the hardest part of transitioning from the beauty industry to the fashion industry?
It wasn't that hard. I've always loved both, and I think they go hand in hand. Especially when I'm doing red carpets or picking major events and outfits. I think that the makeup and the hair can make or break your look or just give it a different energy or take it to another level.
I agree. It's a symphony. It all has to work together and you just have that eye. You were a young teenager that was experimenting with your own makeup. What was the biggest challenge from taking that to actual reality? Because a lot of people think that influence makes everything easier, but a lot of times it can obviously be a hindrance.
Yeah, I agree. Proving people wrong was a challenge, but so was building it from the ground up. It was me and my mom, and we never made a makeup line. We didn't know where to start. We didn't have anyone helping us, and my mom thought I was going to be stuck with lip kits in my garage for the rest of my life. I think we ordered 5,000 of each color. That was the minimum. And she was like, you better be ready, Kylie, because you might have a lot of lip kits in your garage for the rest of your life, so you better love these colors.
And then you shut down the entire internet. It broke.
And then it broke in 2 seconds. And that's when we were like, okay, how do we do this? How do we make these faster and better? We got in my mom's car and drove all over California and visited all these factories. Finding the best manufacturer was difficult. We were a new company, so growing in front of a lot of people was hard. You don't have room to make mistakes. But it wasn't a bad thing. It was so successful and it was the best time of my life.
That's so funny. I didn't think about that because every single person makes mistakes, especially in business. You make a mistake. But for you, if you make a mistake, it was because you're young and because you're a girl or because you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, it was a challenge.
I have 2 last questions. Do you think that you have greyhound dogs because they remind you of Kendall?
Yes, that's part of it. I love seeing little Kendalls run around and I think that they're just funny. They just make me smile. I was never like a Shih Tzu Pomeranian type of girl.
No, not fluffy.
I need them skinny and fast.
Yeah, totally. I had a half Italian greyhound chihuahua and I used to call her my Kendall Jenner.
Stop. I need to see pictures.
I'll send them to you. My last question is a little intense, but we all want to know. Obviously, there was a huge trauma many years ago, but we've recently seen that you are friends with Jordan again. How is that? How did that happen? What's up?
Jordan and I, we always stayed in touch throughout the years and we would meet up at my house and catch up and just talk through everything. We never fully cut each other off. And one day, naturally, we were like, we want to get sushi and we just don't want to hide it anymore. There's a learning lesson in everything. And I think that in a weird way, everything happens how it's supposed to happen. We were so attached at the hip that we needed space to grow into the people that we were supposed to be. I needed that independence and that confidence because she was like my security blanket for so long.
I get that, and I'm happy that you still have that in a healthier way. She was so young and she made a mistake, but those lifetime friends are very important.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, that's all I have for you.
Thank you so much.
I love you so much.
I love you. I need to see you in Palm Springs. Thank you for doing this. Seriously.
Yeah, of course. I was so happy to.
Okay, yay. And I hope to see you soon.
All right, you too. Bye. That was heinously long.
So long.
So
I'm so
long.
sorry.
So
to
long.
everybody.
Honestly, we got halfway through and I was like, we can't stop now. We can't stop now.
The juicy
And
parts
honestly,
at
the
the
Jordan,
end.
I know, it was like the Jordan line is all the way at the end of the damn interview.
Right. So if you stuck through that, thank you. I'm sure you
Yep.
didn't, though. I'm sure you fast forwarded. That was good. I would say it was good. Not our rendition.
Not our rendition,
The
but
interview itself.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, it
was
made
cute.
sense.
It was fine.
It was cute. I mean, it was like a puff piece is not the right word, but like it was just like a fun little
It was fine.
chit chat.
Right.
Like the craziest thing was obviously asking about Jordan, but like also
Yeah.
like not that crazy. And I think it was so easy for Kylie to just be like, yeah, we always kind of talked, and that is kind of like how I thought we felt when those pictures came out. I was like, I don't think they just agreed to see each other for the first time like out in public.
Yeah, and I think I just love when I see Jennifer Lawrence. I'm like stuck in the voice. I like watching Jennifer Lawrence interact with any of the Kardashians. 'Cause
Same,
She
so
clearly
do I.
loves them so much,
Yeah.
and it's just so funny.
Like
to
when
watch.
I see her with
Or
Chris,
sing or
it
read.
gets me every time.
Yeah, it's so funny. So that was cute, and I'm glad we did that, but we'll probably never do it again.
No,
So-
or we'll time it next
we'll
time
make
to make sure
we
that
see
it's
how long it is next time. 'Cause reading it was way shorter than
Yep.
reenacting it out.
reenacting it.
Moving
definitely
on.
felt way longer.
I did.
I have never heard anyone complain about receiving jewelry as a present, but it can be a tricky gift to get right. And when you're investing in a piece for yourself or anyone else, you want to make sure everything about it is absolutely perfect. That's why we want to share what makes us feel the best about a jewelry purchase, sourcing it from BlueNile.com. Blue Nile offers thousands of independently graded diamonds and fine jewelry at prices significantly below traditional retail. Whether you're looking for a bit of a sparkle for yourself or a gift for someone special, Blue Nile offers peace of mind with every purchase with some of the highest quality standards in the industry. You can design your own earrings for something custom and fresh, or check out their necklaces for a timeless essential. I'm actually wearing my Blue Nile diamond studs right now. They are classic. They go with everything. I can have them on every day. They're the perfect everyday earring. Blue Nile also offers 30-day returns and a diamond price match guarantee, so you can always rest easy knowing you've made the right choice. Experience the ease and convenience of shopping Blue Nile today at BlueNile.com. That's BlueNile.com.
Kathy Hilton talked about Kyle and Mauricio's split. She said that like if this wouldn't be happening if Kyle did not think about this through enough.
Yep.
And I think that is true.
And I feel like that was just like kind of all the confirmation, right? Of just being like, you just need to hear, like, for Kathy to say, you know, Kyle, it made me think Kyle has been thinking about this for a long time. And it's just like, for her to finally pull the plug means that it was not a rash decision.
Yeah, I mean, watching this season of Beverly Hills, I've always been a fan of Kyle Richards, and I continue to be a fan of Kyle Richards.
Yeah.
She's clearly going through something. She's clearly was not happy in this relationship that she's been in, her marriage, and she's making changes. She, you know, Sutton was calling Kyle out for like the life changes that she has made, not drinking and working out, and, you know, the stuff going on in her marriage. But I feel like at that time in your life, if you're not happy, you're like, I got to make a change, you know? So it's interesting to see it unfold on this season of Beverly Hills. I'm more focused on Sutton rather than Kyle Richards at this point.
Yeah. I know. I'm sure that'll switch as it goes later.
Towards the end.
It's also interesting that Kathy and Kyle, I guess, are okay, or they have been okay, but like it seemed like they were, you know, Kathy was comfortable enough to have those conversations and
I think that
be asked about it in Paris.
We kind of knew that Kyle and Kathy were okay. I forgot where they talked about that.
It's just like you just never know.
Right, they could get into a fight right now. They could be fighting right now while we're talking.
You just never know.
Yeah,
exactly. But no, Kathy was talking to Hoda and Jenna on the Today Show, and she was also with Paris. Sometimes I feel like Paris also like has just so much more to say and just doesn't, you know?
Mm-hmm. I love Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
All right, last topic. This was just after they got voted off Dancing with the Stars. We didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
Jowsey and Rylee Arnold. They were voted off during after Taylor Swift night, the Swifties band together to make sure that people were not voting for Harry Jowsey and Rylee because they saw that Harry Jowsey said he was a fan of Taylor Swift, and then they went to Harry Jowsey's Instagram and he follows Scooter Braun, and they were like, that is no fan of Taylor Swift. So they like band together on Swiftie fan account Twitter, and they were like, we need to vote for everybody else. And then they got voted off. Harry spent Thanksgiving with Riley's family, and then Harry bought Rylee a $15,000 Van Cleef bracelet. I don't think these two are dating. I don't.
Yeah.
Rylee was on, I think, multiple podcasts or just one podcast talking about it. The number one holding hands a while back when they first started was because they were in a crowd of people. All she did was grab his hand because they were in a crowd of people like rushing after them. And she was like, then of course people snapped that and it looked like we were holding hands. Really, I just grabbed his hand because we were running out. The Thanksgiving, him spending Thanksgiving, then posing together, that's where I'm like, maybe.
But I also think like there's something about inviting the non-American to Thanksgiving. Like it's like, oh,
right,
Harry's Australian. Like, well, he'll come to Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
you know,
it's just a nice thing to do.
Friendly gesture.
Right, like they just ended Dancing with the Stars. Why don't you come over for
Like
Thanksgiving?
he's still in the States. Like maybe he's not going home, or obviously, I think, does he live in LA or does he go back and forth? I have no idea.
LA.
But like even if she was like, oh, like come have like a traditional Thanksgiving with my family.
Right, like we just got
Maybe it's
voted
something
off.
he's never done before.
Right, and then Lindsay.
But no, I also feel like I don't know.
Lindsay, who's Riley's
I go back
sister,
and forth.
was talking on TikTok, and she was like raving about Harry.
Raving,
did you see that?
Yeah,
TikTok? It was like majority of it was her talking about Harry, not even Rylee. And I was like, whoa, she's like really raving about Harry right now. So he's clearly got the family under a spell.
I don't know. He's put on his good shoes to hang around
for this family,
to hang around the Arnold family. And like, as far as like a bracelet like that goes, I mean, it's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. He has it clearly.
Maybe it's a thank you
wanted
gift.
to spend it totally. I would definitely think a thank you.
Yeah,
gift.
it's like a thank you.
But
an expensive thank you.
It's quite an expensive thank you, and I do think like, you know, not every pairing ends in a $15,000 bracelets on Dancing with the Stars.
They don't, but I think Harry just lives in that kind of world.
Yeah, that's probably
I think that's
true.
the kind of world that
he's a showy guy.
Yeah,
he drives that like, I think he has like a ridiculous car.
Yeah, he's just like in that, like if that's the vibe I get.
Yeah. You want to impress with the price tag, which is what people were like. Is that what I think it is? Like all the comments on the video. So yeah, that's definitely quite a gift, but she'll have it forever, and it'll remind. And it was also her first season, which I do think majorly plays a role in this. That it was her first season. I think she was extremely nervous to be a pro. That's a lot of pressure, and they made it very far. So I think, you know, he gave her that in honor of that as well. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I stick with what I said of weeks ago. I'm like not like rooting for them to be a couple. I'm hopefully that they just have that kind of good friendship. Yeah.
I do hope she gets on the next season of Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, she was great. She deserves it.
Yeah.
She definitely deserves it. So, it would be cool if, I don't know if Lindsay wants to go back or has planned, like, you know, if that's something that she wants. I don't really know, but it would be cool if they like both did it at the same time.
That would be cool. Little sister thing.
Yeah.
I like when the families get involved.
Yep.
All right.
Val and Max kind of vibe.
Yeah. That wraps up the topics for today. That wraps up this strange podcast episode. Thank you guys for listening so much, and we love you guys, and we hope that we entertained you and put a smile on your face today, because that is always the goal. We love you guys, and we will talk to you on Friday.